What's up, y'all?
We back in this bitch.
Did you notice there was a third voice when our song came on?
Did I? Or what? Oh,
What was that?
Was this to the crowd or was this to me?
Hello?
Hello?
Is this thing on?
Oh my god. Introduce yourself,
Kaylee,
mystery
is
voice.
that you up there?
It is Kaylee.
It's
Hello.
Kayler's 123.
Live here in the flesh.
Yes,
Good,
she's
guys.
back, y'all.
I'm so excited to be back. This
I'm
is giving
sure.
me flashbacks.
Flashback?
Yeah.
We all
Good
miss you.
flashbacks, right?
Flashbacks of season 1.
Season 1, the OG, bro.
I know.
All right, this episode's Kaylee's update because we've been giving our update this whole time.
What's good?
Update
What's poppin'?
with Kaylee.
Yeah, so I think the last time that I was on the podcast was right before Katie's birthday last year.
Yeah, we're really fucked up on my birthday and we couldn't release an episode and then we kind of just stopped.
Yeah, so, since then, it was actually the day before her birthday party. I ended up officially dating this one guy. His name's Ricky. I am obsessed with him. We're still dating now. Next month in May. Yeah, it'll be 10 months. So we are
Wow.
going on strong, guys.
We love healthy
Thanks.
relationships.
So that's where I disappear too. I
Yeah.
do that sometimes when I get a boyfriend. It's my toxic trait. I disappear off the face of the earth. But honestly, like I've just been enjoying my life and just exploring and going out and doing a lot of things and exploring a lot of Portland. He lives over in like northeast Portland area, so literally like down the street from Alberta. So basically we're just trying new restaurants and places.
And you said he's a good cook too.
Yeah.
We love a personal chef.
Gordon Ramsay.
That motherfucker can whip up some shit. He is so good at cooking. Yeah, and I'm horrible at cooking. I'm the worst, and I don't like it. So
Hey, you can make top ramen.
Yeah, top ramen's
Even
okay.
top ramen, it bubbles up all crazy and you don't know why.
You're like, what
I
the
asked you, I was
fuck
like,
is
Katie,
going on?
I was like, why do my noodles do that? You're like, it's from the starch. I'm like, oh, so what do I do?
And turn it down.
Yeah, so I've been doing that. I also started a new job. I officially started over there in October. So I've been working there for,
And that's around the time I moved out.
yeah. But yeah, I started there. I am a receptionist for a pediatric therapy clinic. So it's it's a lot of fun. I honestly haven't worked a receptionist job. Like I've worked like a front desk job at a tanning salon, but actually working in reception is so nice because it's like,
I'm sorry if you could hear that in the back. It's our dogs fighting.
but yeah, I started a receptionist job, and I love it. I love looking at a schedule and trying to organize things, and I love being on the phone with people, surprisingly. I love sometimes I'll just sit there and I'll chit-chat with people.
Aw.
And no, it's a lot of fun, and I really like it. My coworkers are super awesome. Feel like I get paid a good amount, and things are going good. I had to move back in with my parents.
Yeah,
That's
what's your
another
living
thing.
situation like now?
So
We both departed from the condo.
I know, the condo short-lived. Honestly, I feel like I'm so glad to be removed from the condo energy because I feel like ever since I moved in, like that first day going into the condo, like it had bad energy.
I remember you saying that.
Like I remember walking in there and I was like, I don't like it here. I don't like the vibes. Like I don't know what it is about it. I remember it was the first time I walked through it, and that was after we had already purchased it. And I was just like, I don't like it in here. I was like, I don't know what the energy is. And honestly, like ever since leaving there, I feel like I'm a lot more like naturally motivated. And when I was living there with my ex-boyfriend at the time, it was just not good.
Oh,
Also,
and we'll get into the ex situation. We have to know. You weren't here for our toxic relationships episode, so.
I can spill some of my trauma.
Yeah.
Relationship trauma. But yeah, I've just been working a really cool job that I really love. I wasn't happy where I was before, and I just kind of said, fuck it. I don't know where I'm going to go or what I'm going to do, but I just can't do this anymore. So I just quit the 2 jobs that I was working, and then I got hired at Bath and Body Works, and they had promised me, I think it was like $22 an hour full time, and I was like, you know what, like whatever, I'm down. I tried it. They never gave me full time, so I was basically only working like 1 or 2 shifts a week, and I had bills to pay, and I basically like wasn't working for a whole month. Actually, I feel like it was maybe a little longer than a month. I think it might have been closer to 2. But that was a really difficult time. I feel like I was happy that I was out of my work situation, but I was also so confused on what I was going to do, and I just like remember feeling like really scared and like I don't know, I just remember feeling really freaked out of being like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, was this the right choice? But honestly, like looking back on it, I'm super, super happy with the choice that I made. I feel like it was good for me. And like even just being at my work now and just seeing and just having the people that I interact with daily, it's just refreshing to like really enjoy your coworkers and enjoy what you do, and it's just good energy all around. I think I realized I like working with all women.
Oh.
I like working with all girls, which is surprising. I feel like a lot of people don't. But
I don't.
I thrive in that environment when it's all girls.
That's good.
Yeah. So I just feel really confident in my job now that I'm like more trained and everything. I don't know, I just feel really good, and I love my job, and I love my boyfriend, and
Aw. Okay, well, obviously they can't see you, but I've noticed the nails are gone, the extensions are gone, the lashes are gone. Who are you?
Yes, I know, guys. I've just been going through transformation after transformation. No, I'm not even kidding. I feel like 2022 was probably like the worst year of my entire fucking life. I was dating this guy. He was absolutely horrible. I was extremely overweight for my height and my age. Like, it was getting bad, and I had no self-confidence. I had no anything. And then I finally broke up with the horrible guy. And then I was like, fuck it, I'm going to dye my hair pink. I'm going to just live my life and say, fuck it. I'm going to focus on losing weight. Did all that stuff. And then I finally got to a point where I was like, oh my God, like, I'm skinny now. Like, what do I want to do? What's my avatar going to be? You know? And so I started getting like, and I've always loved nails. So I just started like getting my nails done super crazy. And then I was like, oh my God, I want long hair. Like, let me get the blonde and the extensions, and let me just do all this stuff. And then like realized I couldn't really maintain that all the time. I put myself into some debt, so you know it was time to get rid of.
Haven't we all?
Yeah, it was time to
Luxury life.
Right.
Yeah.
It was time to get rid of some things, but yeah, I stopped. I took my hair extensions out just because my hair was like literally breaking off, and it wasn't helping my hair grow. It was really doing the opposite. So I had to take them out, and my hair is in a growth process, and I stopped getting my nails done because it's expensive. They're also in a growth process. I don't have eyelash extensions because they're expensive.
And they're in a growth process.
And they're in a growth process. So I don't know. It's just crazy to go from like feeling super confident on top of the world. Like nobody can stop me. Nobody can fucking say shit about how I look, compared to like, okay, well now that all the fake stuff's gone, like, do I really like me? You know, I feel like that's what I'm really trying to learn is like,
I mean,
okay,
like
without all
mentally,
the extra stuff.
mentally, like, what's your state compared to what it was?
I feel like I'm definitely 1,000 times better, but I feel like it's still hard for me because I gave myself the look that I want, and then thought I could maintain it, but then realizing I couldn't. And so it's just kind of like, oh wow, I felt super hot and sexy and confident, and then now that's just getting ripped away from me due to my own actions, you know? So honestly, it's like self-confidence is really something I'm trying to focus on right now, and I feel like it is good because I'm in my, quote, me and my boyfriend like to call it my letter cook era. So I don't know, it's a different vibe for sure, but it's just definitely trying to learn to just love myself for me and not love me because of all my extra things, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so
Still no alcohol, I'm assuming.
yeah, no alcohol. Honestly,
Self-love,
actually,
healthy journey.
you know, I'm gonna be honest. This is the pod, the Simps and Pimps. I've been drinking a little bit more, but not as much.
Oh, okay.
I feel like I am around a lot of people who party and like to have fun. And so sometimes like the weed just doesn't hit. Sometimes you really want to go hard. Sometimes you want to go hard, you know?
True.
So I'll take a couple shots. Like I'll take like maybe a shot in the beginning, hit my pen, chill, maybe one later in the night, whatever. So,
But not excessive.
Yeah. I feel like it's probably like maybe once a month.
Okay.
So it's a little bit more consistent than it was before, but I think it's just the environment I'm around, to be honest. And,
Yeah.
But I do notice I still get extreme anxiety after I drink, so that doesn't go away. That is something that will stick forever.
I have transitioned into sobriety. It was a painful decision.
Once again.
I'm just kidding. It was a pretty easy decision, to be honest, and not a painful one.
Yeah.
It was more just like me seeing the person that I was what I was drinking and the things that I couldn't take a hold of, which is drinking. So, you know, yeah.
He likes drinking,
I really
and
like
he's no longer
drinking.
drinking.
So, you know, it's okay. It's for the better. Better for everybody, better for me. And then
Have you found it difficult at all?
me? Difficult? No. No. I mean, I've almost done it for like close to a year, before. So it wasn't anything hard for me to do, which is just to leave it. Plus, when you see something that you don't want anymore, like it feels like it's like if you keep doing this, some bad things will end up resulting in it. You're just like, I don't want any of that. So it was very easy. I just didn't want to continue doing that at all, hurting the people I love.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you don't have eyelashes, you don't have nails.
What?
You don't have
Let him
hair. You know what I mean? You basically, you're just like, right? You're just like starting from scratch.
Yes.
Are you starting from scratch?
Me?
Are you gonna start from scratch?
I'm pretty good on where I am in life right now.
Oh.
I guess this is the announcement that me and Brian are actually trying for a family. Wrong button.
Oh, sorry.
Like, that wasn't a flame. It's a good thing.
I thought it
I
was
guess
more
it was
like a
like-
mic drop.
Yeah,
like,
mic drop.
We start a family.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See what I mean? I don't know. That's
oh
how
my
that was the
gosh,
energy.
guys.
We're all in a very different place than fucking ending season 1.
I know.
Jesus.
Well, as said before, Kaylee's not completely out of the gang. She is our media manager. How's
Yeah.
that going?
I like it. I feel like I have a lot of fun posting on social media, so it's fun for me. But the only hard part I have is like finding that look, finding that aesthetic, finding the vibe. I feel like once I get the vibe down, then it'll be pretty smooth sailing from there. But other than that, I feel like, because sometimes it's like, oh, like, do I want to keep putting those photos or do I want to try something different? So it's kind of hard to find the vibe, but I feel like once I find the vibe, it'll be good. But it's a lot of fun. I haven't checked our emails yet, so I don't know if you guys have haters. I'll have to check
Have
my email.
you-
Shit. Can you imagine? Just
The
thousands of
DMs.
fucking emails. Of,
I hate that episode. I fucking hate Katie. What the fuck?
the sound of his voice makes me vomit.
I mean, you put a lot of polls on our story and asking people like to be involved in what they want to hear and stuff like that, and I think that's really helped us come up with what episodes are going to be about.
Well, good. Yeah.
True.
Anything I can do to help, I'm down. But yeah, I like doing the social media side of it. It still makes me feel like I'm involved, but I just can't do the commitment once a week to
Hey, well, you're here
recording.
now.
But I am here now, and I am ready to have some fun. Let's go.
Yes, and this is actually our last episode of season 2, guys. So,
Season finale.
Yep, you're our season finale.
Oh my gosh, guys, I feel so special.
Yep.
Thanks.
Ending the season
But
with Kaylee.
Okay, well, I mean, we talked about toxic relationships and that type of thing. Tell us your last relationship story. You're so happy now, but man, give us the gist.
Where is the depression? Show
Where
us
does it lie?
the depression,
the lie,
the sadness.
sadness, the trauma, the bad energy.
So I was there when you guys first started dating in high school, and then it kind of just took off from there.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, like we dated in high school and it wasn't really a great situation. He was like super controlling and like really weird. Like I remember one of the times before we broke up, I broke up with him, was we went to, and keep in mind, I'm a freshman, he's a sophomore, so we're both not driving, like we don't have cars. His mom drops us off to go do mini golf, and I'm wearing normal shorts and a tank top where it's in the middle of summer, we're mini golfing. And I remember I bent down to like pick up a ball, and he was like, "You're never wearing those shorts again." I was like, "What are you talking
Tell
about?"
me what the fuck to wear.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, "What?" And he's like, "You're never wearing those shorts again. Like those are way too short. Blah 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 and all this stuff." And I remember, like, these were, like, my normal shorts. Like, these were, like, mom-approved shorts. Like, these weren't, like, anything bad. And I remember just looking at him, and I was like, until you start buying my clothes for me, that's when you can start telling me what to wear.
Facts.
Like, I remember, fucking mic drop. I remember I was so beyond pissed. I was like, what? And then he wouldn't talk to me for the rest of the night, and he would just go, like, he would literally, like, I remember he dropped his golf club, and he, like, walked off, and he, like, called his mom to have him
So
come
immature.
pick him up, have his mom come and pick us up, and then I'm walking to the car.
Mommy?
Yeah, right. I'm walking to the car, and he goes, and he kind of, like, he doesn't, like, shove me, but, like, he kind of pushes me back, and he's like, you're not coming.
Oh, fuck no.
Yeah, and he's, like, telling me, yeah.
What?
Yeah, and he's like, my
Whoa.
mom's not taking you home, like, you're not coming. And I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, I don't have a ride, like, unless I call my mom. Like, yeah, we're in the middle of Gresham, and it'll take 5 seconds, but, like, come on, like, take me home. Like, what are you talking about? And then I remember his mom, like, kind of overheard, and she's like, Kaylee, get in the car. And so there was no, like, because his mom didn't really speak a lot of English, so it wasn't, like, she obviously didn't know the situation, but yeah, like, he almost, like, tried to push me out of the car and, like, make me find my own ride home. And then I remember we didn't talk that much after that, and then we broke up, and then it was...
Years later.
Yeah, years later, we're at a casino, and I'm with one of my old friends, and she was dating her ex from high school at the time, and she actually was dating him back when me and this ex were dating. Like, she redated that same ex that she dated in freshman year. And so then my ex from freshman year, the story I just told about, he was at the casino. And so both of the guys were friends, and so he's like, oh, I want to go say hi to him. Like, do you want to come over? And I was like, no, I don't really want to say hi. Like, I don't really want to be around him too much or whatever. And she's like, no, come on. Like, let's just go say hi. We go over there, and then we, like, start talking. He ends up flirting with me. I fall back into the love spell of narcissism.
Of course.
And then here we are. Damaged. No, but,
Damaged goods.
yeah.
I know. What are some toxic ass shit? What are some toxic stories in that relationship? It was, what, 2 years?
Yes, it was 2 years. You know, it's so hard for me to... Okay, so I can point out a lot about his horrible, abusive, shitty fucking alcoholic issues that he had. That was probably the first, like... I wouldn't say it was the first, because I kind of noticed... I already knew about him. He was kind of controlling, so when we started dating, I was very hyper aware of that, and I tried to be very, like, independent at the same time. But I just noticed he would, like, talk bad about everybody that was around me, where it was like, oh, I don't like Katie because, you know, you guys
remember that.
Yeah, I don't like Katie because of this and this and this, or, oh, like, your family's so weird, or, oh, blah, blah, blah. And I remember just anybody who was around me, it was just like, they're bad and I'm the only good one for you, you know? But honestly, it was the opposite.
Toxic 101, by the way.
Right, yeah. And then I remember there was a lot of times where he would get drunk and he would rage yell at me, and it was really scary because this dude is literally fucking 6'4", and he has huge muscles. He's fucking scary. And I remember a lot of the time we'd be driving, and every weekend it was going over to his parents' house while he gets blacked out, drunk at some whatever birthday party or whose ever celebration or weekend it was, whatever. I remember we would drive over there from our house that we were living in together. Literally would drive all the way back to Gresham. I was living in Clackamas at the time. Drive all the way back to Gresham to sit at his parents' house, watch him get blacked out all night. I couldn't leave because he would get really mad at me, and it would just make the situation worse. And I remember I would just sit there and I would watch him get blacked out. He would ignore me the entire time. His whole family spoke a different language than me, so I couldn't communicate with anybody. I'm literally sitting there on
Just
my
by
own for
yourself
hours.
for hours.
For hours. And it would hit 4 or 5 in the morning, and then he's like, all right, it's time for us to go home. And then he would fucking throw the car keys at me. We'd hop in the car, and I would be driving his huge-ass truck all the way to the back roads, and the entire way home, he was fucking rage, screaming at me, saying, you hate my family, you don't like this, you just use me for my money, you fucking hate me, you're fucking disgusting, look at you now, blah, blah, blah.
Boo.
Why do you think I don't want to have sex with you? You're fucking fat now, blah, blah, blah. Like,
I wish we had a boo button, by the way.
right. but yeah.
Boo.
Boo.
It was, I don't know, it was really scary, and he would yell at me a lot, and he would throw things. He would never actually physically hurt me. That was like one thing where I was like, I was always so confused on, because I'm like, is this abuse? You know, but it is.
It is. Yep.
100%.
It's still
Without
abuse,
doubt.
and it's so crazy to really like grasp that as a person, because I feel like a lot of the times when you think of like domestic violence or whatever, it's like, it's violence, it's hitting, it's punching, it's whatever, or anything like that. But when you really get down to it, like, emotional is a lot of the time just as hurtful.
I
And
was going to
feel
say
like,
mentally is almost worse because it could happen a lot more often, too.
yeah. And I don't know, it's like the things they say and the things they do and the way they make you feel, it's like that feeling will stick with you for a long time.
Do you feel like you still kind of struggle with it?
Oh, 100%. There's a lot of things where I feel like I had to rewire my brain, and I'm still having to rewire my brain a lot, like even in my relationship now. Like, I honestly feel like this is the best relationship I've ever had in my life. Like, the most
Aw.
positive, the most healthy, the most everything. Yes, like I am thriving in this relationship, and I just feel like I can actually be myself again, and I can be happy and I can be good. But a lot of the time when you're dating somebody who is super healthy and you're coming from a place of
Yep.
someone who used to manipulate everything that would come out of their mouth, you know, it gets scary, because it's like, okay, you're saying one thing, but like the back of my brain is telling me like, no, they're doing this, or oh, they're just trying to do this, or oh, what about this, you know, and it just makes you really scared. Like, even I'll just be honest about it, even now, like sometimes when I feel the energy of like, oh, like my boyfriend's just tired that day, or maybe he's a little irritated about something at work, or something happens, any shift or change in his emotions, I immediately take on as it's my issue. You know,
Yeah.
I'm the problem, I'm the issue, because my past relationship for the past 2 years, that's all they told me. Every time they were fucking mad, every time they were pissed, every time things didn't go their way or they didn't have it, it was always somehow turned around to be on my fault. You know, or even when I bring up like, hey, are you okay? I notice your energy is weird. It would be like, it's because of you. Or why do you have to ask? Now I'm just even more irritated.
Ugh.
Blah, blah, blah. And like, it would just turn into like, I couldn't voice how I felt. I also couldn't do anything about it, because it was me. I was the problem. You know, so
So
quote
how'd you,
quote unquote.
how'd you get out of that bad situation?
How did I break up with him?
Like, what was the last straw?
The last straw was when he decided to tell me that he was going to Mexico for 2 weeks, and he gave me days' notice. He gave me days' notice that he was leaving to Mexico with just himself for 2 weeks, and there was nothing I can do about it, and I cannot join, and he's going for himself, and that's it.
And that was
Bruh.
after he, like, talked to you about going on this trip together and, like,
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was another thing that really drove me nuts, where he was like, about this whole situation, was like, he's like, oh, I can't wait to take you to Mexico to meet all my other family. I want you to see the house. I want you to experience the culture and all this stuff. And I was super excited. I was so down to go. I'm so down. Like, I love learning about other people's cultures and really getting like a deep dive on it. I think it's so cool. But for him to like gas me for these 2 years of like, oh, I can't wait to take you to Mexico, like all this stuff, and then it finally comes to the day where he does decide to go to Mexico. He gives me days notice, doesn't invite me, doesn't say I'm coming, doesn't mention anything in it until it's fucking midnight. And he's like, it was like, okay, let's say it was a Monday, he was leaving on Wednesday. He told me like that
Did-
Monday.
Did he have a
that.
job at this time?
He was doing his own company. So
he was self-employed.
he was
Ah,
self-employed.
I was about
yeah.
to say, how the fuck are you gonna tell your coworker, you know, the manager, whoever you're working for, sooner, or plan that shit out, but not even mention it to your own
Well,
girlfriend?
I'm sure it was planned out for a while. He just didn't
Yeah.
tell her.
You
Yeah,
know,
no, that's exactly
I'm like-
exactly what happened. Like, he already had this trip planned. He already had the tickets bought. He already had everything ready to go. He already had most of his stuff packed, and just didn't decide to tell me. And I remember that's like, it was the first, I remember I dropped him off with his parents, and he barely gave me a kiss goodbye, because it was too embarrassing to kiss your girlfriend in front of your parents when you're literally fucking grown ass adult. Just insane to me. Anyway, so he drops off he goes, and I remember, like, I was so wrapped up in, like, his toxic energy and his toxic life and just all this. Like, I was basically living my life to serve him, is what it felt like.
That's what it seemed like from the outside,
Yeah.
too.
And, like,
Jeez.
waking up. He would start work at like 6 a.m. I'm up at 4:45 with him. I'm packing his lunch. I'm making him his coffee. I don't start work until like 9, 10 o'clock at that time. But I was getting up that early to make sure he had his coffee and he had all of his stuff ready to go and all this stuff. And then when I wouldn't do it, and if I were to sleep in, he would get super mad and he would be like, "You don't fucking love me anymore," and he wouldn't talk to me.
Gaslighter.
Yeah, so it was, I don't know, there was just a lot of things I can go into detail about. But, so yeah, he goes to Mexico, and I realize I'm living my whole life for him. From every moment, there's not one thing that makes me happy that I'm doing. And I was like, oh my God. I am completely, like, I woke up that day, and I was like, all I have to do is go to work. That's all that's on the agenda for these next 2 weeks, is go to work. I don't have plans staying out with anybody. I'm not doing anything. Like, haven't seen my friends in months. Like, what am I doing? Like, what's going on? Why am I letting this person treat me like this? The entire time in Mexico, he maybe called me twice. And then I would call him. He would hang up on me. He wouldn't answer text messages.
Ooh.
He wouldn't anything. It was insane. And so, while he was gone, we were living together. We had lived together for probably almost those full 2 years, to be honest. Yeah, and so I started grabbing trash bags. And I started in the kitchen and made my way all the way to the bedroom, and I collected every single item that he owned, down to a screw, down to a button. I collected every single thing, and I put it in trash bags, and I lined it all up, and I called my best friend, Katie, and I said, "Hey, I need my lock changed, so bring someone over to fix that for me."
Yes, we did.
And she came over and had one of her ex-boyfriends change the lock, but obviously they were together at the time, whatever. But yeah, changed the locks for me, and then
He put it in backwards, by the way.
he put it
So
he put it to
stupid.
where it's like it can only lock from like a certain angle. I was like,
Mm.
bruh.
See, you always gotta hit it from the right angle.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Oh my God.
so you think about it, it's reality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, but
It's the
I
expectation.
remember coming over when he was in Mexico, and I remember you were just sobbing, and sometimes you have to be pulled out of the situation to realize how bad it was.
Yeah.
And I think that's the moment you kind of broke down, and you were like, I don't want to be in this.
Yeah.
I'm
And I
happy
was-
that happened.
But I was so
Me too.
scared that it was going to be one of those things where he came back and she just like fell into it again. But luckily, that's not what happened.
Nope. I stayed strong, and I said, "Fuck that motherfucker."
And it was really hard, but you did it. And look where you're at
Yes. Honestly, like, sometimes I think because I was in like such a dark place, like I wasn't taking care of myself. I wasn't even a person. I just felt like I was living for somebody else. And like I always think about it, like if I didn't get out of that relationship, like where would I be?
now. You'd probably be like 1 billion pounds, miserable.
Yeah, I would be obese with probably like 3 children and a horrible husband and hating my life.
Mental disorder for sure.
Yeah.
You'd have to
Yeah.
secretly go to therapy because he wouldn't let you or
Yeah,
something.
right. Yeah. No, it would
Secret.
just be really bad. So it's just like, I don't know, these past, like, ever since the beginning of 2023 and until now has just been like a constant moving change for me. Like even now, like I feel like I'm in a change, I'm in a transformation, and I don't know, it's so weird, but it's also like so awesome to see myself grow and like change
Aw.
into a different person. But yeah. And then, so yeah, I packed up all of his shit in fucking garbage bags. And I remember it was on his way back from Mexico. He calls me and he's like, oh, actually, he landed that day. He landed and stayed the night at his parents'. He didn't even decide to come home. He stayed the night at his parents'. And then he's on his way home and I'm at work. And he's like, "Hey, babe, I was just on my way home. I was about to shower. Just wanted to check in on you." And I was like, "Well, you probably don't want to do that. Fucking door's locked." And I changed the locks. Like, we're done. Like, I'm not doing this anymore. And he's like, "What? Like, what are you talking about?" I'm like, "No, we're all done." I was like, "You can come by the house when I'm off work. How about that, motherfucker? When I'm off work, and you can come grab your shit,
Yup.
okay?" And so he left, and he tried to creep back around a couple times, and just to like try and win me back or whatever. But it was just like the damage had already been done so much, and I felt like during those 2 weeks when he was gone, it just made me realize like, oh fuck, like this is really scary position for me to be in.
Yeah, for sure.
Like it was not good at all.
I
But-
mean, is there any drama in your life now?
Honestly, I say no.
You know what I don't understand? When you have a really close friend and they have beef with someone and the friend is like, well, that's between you guys. I'm like, no, if you hate
No.
someone, I don't like them either. Like, that's how I've
Exactly.
always been.
That's how I've always been too. And I feel like that's why we've been friends for so long.
I know. Kaylee's like, who don't we like?
Yeah.
Who do we like?
I'm
Oh,
like-
we don't like her again.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, okay, sounds good. But no, I think it's just loyalty, honestly.
It is.
But,
and a lot of people don't have a friendship loyalty anymore, and it's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
Like, say there's
Hold on,
a
hold on,
girl that
hold on.
you. Oh, okay.
Hold on, I'm trying to imagine the situation right now in my head.
Okay. I'll help
Okay.
you out. Imagine, close your eyes.
Okay, I closed them.
Imagine there was a girl that you've hooked
pizza.
up with. Oh my.
Okay. What? Hold on. Okay.
There was a girl that you hooked up with, right? It was like a friends with benefits at one point.
Like almost situationship.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so imagine that. And then she comes up to you while I'm sitting right next to you.
Yeah.
And goes, remember when you had feelings for
Boom,
me?"
decked. What? What happened?
You just hit her.
Oh fuck! I didn't mean it's reflexes. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. No, yeah.
I can't help myself when there's stupid bitches around.
Yeah.
My bad.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, first off, I don't even. Okay, so if I was holding a drink, I would spit it out and I'd be like, "Are you a stupid bitch?" You know what I mean? Like, first off,
Right.
That's
know?
the hard part about being a freezer. You're doing all of that in your head, but you're just so shocked in the situation that you're
Yeah.
like, fuck.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what you would have done. Punched her and ran her over.
punched her, ran over, and spit on her face.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Just headbutt out of nowhere. Didn't even see it coming.
Yeah.
Oh my god, whatever. Okay, well, on a lighter topic, you're in this healthy relationship with this
Yes,
guy
I'm
and all
so
this stuff,
happy.
and
All the life and all the love.
what's the sex life like?
Oh my god, guys. I was like, am I tripping out for a second?
I must be tripping balls.
Sex life is fucking 10 out of 10. It's honestly
Ooh.
really, really great.
What was your last like crazy like situation? Like the last like wild
I guess
night.
it's not like crazy to you because you've done so much stuff.
It still can
but-
be crazy to anybody.
It was crazy for us.
Okay.
Not really crazy for us, but I guess
Sounds
it was
crazy.
more crazy for me because So it was Valentine's Day.
Of course.
Yes, and we were like, you know what? Let's have some fun. Let's go to the sex shop. So yeah, we go to the sex shop, and I get a little pink butt plug, and we go home.
That's funny.
And we go home, and we did anal, and he came in my asshole.
He came in my asshole.
What?
And he's never came like inside me, so it's just kind of crazy to think about. Like,
Still to this day?
Wait,
Like, you guys
really?
just don't do that?
yeah, I'm not
Oh.
on birth control, so we just pull out. But
God.
Oh,
Gotcha.
so it was like, damn, you busted inside me.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
wild.
Yeah, so that was wild, but that was a lot of fun, and that was like,
Have you done it again since?
no, but he wants to. And
Are
I
you
would,
traumatized?
No, I'm not traumatized. Honestly, like there was a lot of preparation that went into it, so it didn't hurt.
Mental preparation too.
No,
Yeah.
but well, yeah, but you're supposed to prep physically, and a lot of people don't know that. Guys
Yeah.
think you can just go straight in.
Okay,
and
okay.
it's
So
like, no.
let me guess how the preparations go. You have to do this, and it's like as if you're like expanding your asshole. Is that how it happens?
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's exactly how
Okay,
it
I
goes.
thought so. That's exactly what goes to my head.
Why
when
was that
preparing.
your first thought? What?
I don't know. You have to prepare your ass, right? You prepare it for penetration.
Well, I guess I'm glad that you don't know. You've never taken it up the ass, so.
Yeah, I guess that's good.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing too.
But yeah, there's a lot of preparation. You gotta do the you gotta do the lube, and
Yep.
you gotta get the butt plug, help it get things
Or your finger or
gaping,
something.
get
Yeah.
that gaping hole open.
But lube.
But yeah,
Lube,
lube is the number
lube,
one thing.
lube.
Yeah. But yeah, it was fun, and I would do it again. But I just don't think I can do it like often.
It's more
You
fun
know.
when it's like a special occasion.
That's what I was telling
anyways.
him. Yeah, he's like, "Come on, let me fuck your butt again." And I'm like, "Ugh, give me like a while, like maybe
Yeah.
1 year or something. Like,
Yeah.
my gosh.
That's funny.
Yeah. But no, that was a lot of fun. But honestly, we fuck a lot, and we fuck all the time, which is like something so opposite that I'm used to as
Yeah.
well. And so it's a lot of fun, and I really
How
like
often?
it. Well,
Compared to what
we're
you
kind of
used
on
to?
like a weekly schedule because of our works and stuff. So I see him on Wednesdays, and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So those are our 6 days.
Nice. You have it scheduled.
Yeah.
One in the the middle of the week, and then the weekends.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, so it's basically like every time we see each other, we're
That's
fucking,
awesome.
but
That's how
it's
it
always-
should be.
Yeah, it's always fun. Or I guess not like fun, but like kind of fun because like his when we were first fucking, like when we were fucking a lot, and he had like just moved in. We were fucking probably like 4 times a day, and I remember his like because he lives with roommates, and so they would like, and his room is like connected to this outside like stairwell, and like where it's like the window goes out to it, so you can hear when people are coming down into the house, or you can hear when people are outside. The walls are pretty thin. And I remember there was a lot of times we were like fucking, and we're like yeah,
Oh
and
my
we were just like
God.
going fucking hard and being loud or whatever. And then we could like hear people walk by, and we're just like, oh fuck. Or like his friends, or like his friends always tease him. They're like, yeah, we know you have good sex life. We know you guys are fucking. There's a lot of times where like we'll make his like we'll make people uncomfortable, where I'll just like bend over and he'll just start like
Humping you?
Yeah, humping me from the back, like he's giving me back shots, and we're just like talking in a normal conversation with his friends, and they're like, what are you doing? We're like, what?
Why do you feel weird?
Yeah, it was. Make
Why
me
do you
look
want to leave so
comfortable.
then we can do this for real?
No, there's been a couple times where, cause like I feel like me and his like kink thing or whatever is kind of like, ooh, is someone gonna catch us? You know, that's kind of like our fun thing, and so
That makes sense.
like a lot of the times we'll be like fucking in the kitchen, or like they'll be like his roommates are like sitting on the couch, and
Oh
we're
my
like
gosh.
literally fucking in the kitchen, and it's all open concept, so it's like
Yeah.
if they turn around, they're fucking seeing. I remember there was one time where he was hitting it from the back, and his roommate, like as soon as his roommate opens up the door, it's a direct view of the kitchen, like there's no coverage area. And I remember his friend opened the door, and I'm just like mid back shot, like
Oh
my
my
fucking
God.
mouth is like open, and I was just like, ah! He was like, oh my God! It was so funny, but yeah, there's been a couple instances like that.
You're like, oh my God, we're gonna get caught. But you guys like love it.
Yeah, I remember there was this
Right.
one time where we were in the kitchen, and we were like fucking on the chair, and like I like when we're fucking on the chair because it like hits my head on the island counter or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And so, but he like locked all the doors, and they never like locked the doors at their house, and so we're like fucking, and then we hear the door handle jingle, and we're like oh fuck, and we like get dressed really quickly, and then he like runs over and like opens up the door, and he was like, why was this door locked? And then my boyfriend's like, oh, I don't know, that's so weird. And then his friend or his roommate was like, oh, I don't know, so weird. Like he
Oh,
totally
they
knew
knew.
what was going on. It was so funny. But yeah, so there's been a couple of times where we just be fucking.
See, it's crazy to me because you were just like, oh, it's probably not crazy for you and like that type of stuff. So they put me on this anti-anxiety med, like this was months ago, and I completely lost my sex drive.
I feel like you mentioned that to me, yeah.
That has
Kinda
never
forgot.
happened in my life.
Never once. Yeah.
I just didn't want to, wasn't in the mood. Like, even like when we would, it would be really boring, and I was just like not feeling it. And
Right. It's just because you weren't into it.
yeah,
You know, it's
and
like, it's hard. Because I don't know, I feel like with girls, it's different because a guy can just like fuck to fuck. But a lot of the time for girls, it's like, it's more of like the mental stimulation is what kind of gets you going. I feel
And
like.
I just didn't want to, yeah. And I've been off that medication for a while now, and it's still not the same. Yeah, isn't that weird? Like, it's been months, and I'm still like, we still do pretty often, especially since we're trying for kids now.
Right.
But it's not all wild and crazy like how I used to be.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just like, is this what normal people do all the time? It's just like, it's regular, and it's not every day, 50 times a day.
Yeah.
So it's different for me. That's why hearing that story, I'm like, damn, like that sounds fun, but
It
I don't
is
really
fun.
wanna.
Yeah. You're like, the idea is nice.
Yeah, I was like, maybe old me, but new me, I don't.
Yeah.
What's your? How do you feel about that? Sorry.
I mean, there were some health situations and things
True.
like that had more attention than, us doing it. So I just kind of had to take it, and just bear in mind. I'm just kidding. No, I mean, no, I get it. Like,
I don't think
I
you
was-
struggled through it either, though.
I
You were
wasn't
very like
struggling too bad.
understanding.
Yeah.
It's because I'm older. You know what
True.
I mean, It's
More
not like
mature and like
He couldn't
Yeah.
keep up with me anyway, so now he's
If-
like, okay, now we're baseline. We're
If-
we're on the
yeah.
same page.
Yeah.
if I was like maybe 18 years old or 21, you know, like prime time, the
prime
one-
fucking.
prime fucking yeah. If we were going, yeah, I mean, yeah, you know, of course, obviously, I would be like, yo,
Right.
I'm starving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, bro, you know. But since I'm older, I'm like, yeah.
Do you feel like we're kind of on the same wave now, or do you still want it to be more?
I feel like we need to find a rhythm. I feel like it is a lot better than what it was, because you're starting to get back a little bit more of the like, hey, let's
And
you know,
healthier,
it's good,
like, yeah.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. We probably just need to find like a better rhythm. I don't know how else to describe it except that we just need to see what works.
So
best
you're
for
not
us.
satisfied with our sex life right now?
Not that I'm not satisfied. It's more just like, you know, for you too, because I'm like, if you're finding it still boring or not as the same, you know, then maybe we can.
Well,
because
because of my health situation and like the uterus like being filled and stuff, it was hurting all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Like, and I would push
And
through
that
it,
doesn't make
and
fun.
he could tell that I was just pushing through it.
Then it's
Yeah.
just not like good vibes.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, because, yeah, I don't know, just you being in pain or you kind of fighting through the pain and me being able to see it, I'm just like, I don't know if I want to keep doing that. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then
Yeah.
it made him not in the mood as often
Yeah, it
either.
just-
so.
Yeah.
it pushed me back for sure.
Yeah.
I was like, man.
But I feel pretty healthy again. I'm not 100% there yet, but
Mhm.
like I don't get flare-ups anymore. I don't remember when I had the last one. My back
That's good.
is normal pain because it's always hurt since cheer,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not excruciating anymore. And yeah, like I feel like mentally I'm in a pretty good spot. I'm also going
Yeah.
through a lot of changes, new job, new
Mhm.
that type of thing, new apartment and new
I
puppy.
know.
And yeah, so we're
New
all going through a lot of
vibes.
changes.
I
and
know.
it's exciting.
It is exciting.
Yeah.
But what are your future plans? We talked about how we're trying for a baby.
True.
My future plans, honestly, I'm really just trying this year. I'm just like focusing on my number one is my hair growth. That is my number one goal I'm focused on, and saving money. Those are like my top two. But really, like future goals, I would really like to move. I know me and my boyfriend are talking about moving out of state together. So we're thinking somewhere in Colorado. So I think that would be really
I'm gonna be
fun.
so sad when you leave, bro.
I know. We have to. Well, you'll come visit me in
Yeah.
Colorado, and I'll visit you. We'll make time.
We'll make it work.
Yes, we will make it work.
Adulting.
Yes.
Yeah, we thought about moving out of state for a while, but then we ended up getting this place and just family stuff. I got to be close to home, especially
Yeah.
with my health. So
Right. Yeah, and that makes sense. It's just I don't know. For me and him, it's just kind of
nothing's stopping you.
like nothing's stopping us right now. Like why not go? And we both don't want to live in Oregon forever. We both think Oregon is really beautiful, but it's just like there's so much more out there in the world than what Portland, Oregon has to offer. Like for real, you know. So it's like why not go out and explore somewhere new, explore new vibes, and
Yep.
So I think that's kind of future plans is figuring out moving out with my boyfriend, moving out of state. We're like living together, but like not living together.
like not your stuff's not there.
Yeah, so it's just like I'm just kind of like packing bags and like going over there and staying there for a couple days, and then I'd go home, and it's just kind of this back and forth. That's like the one thing that I feel like I'm really like just feels like a fucking drag right now.
And and he has roommates, like a lot of them.
Yeah, he
so
has.
this would be just you two.
Yeah, so it just
and
be
in a different state.
I know. So I'm super
Yeah.
excited, and we were like kind of talking about it a little bit last night, and I was like, "Babe, are you like ready? Like, are you wanting to do that like with me?" You know, I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Yeah, of course." He's like, "Of course I want to. Like, I want to build a life with you. I want to start like living our lives together." You know, and I don't know, it's just a really beautiful thing. And
Do
we
you
both,
want kids?
Oh hell yeah, I want fucking like 5.
When?
I want a lot of kids.
Or is that not a topic
I
yet?
think no, we've had the topic. I feel like definitely I told him I was like I'm not having kids until I'm married. That was like the number one thing for me. I was like I don't know, for some reason in my brain it's like I need your commitment to me before I can make a commitment to my sacrificing my body for a child.
And that's usually how it
Sacrifice.
goes.
Yeah. But it's just like everybody's on their own wave right now. You know, you guys aren't like officially married, but you're having kids, but it makes sense. You know,
and
or you're trying to have
we're
a kid.
also we signed papers and we're legally domestic partners now.
Legally
and-
domesticated house cats.
Oh, sorry, wrong one.
Okay.
Yay!
He put
Domestic partnerships. What's good, bro?
yeah,
No,
he
that's so
put
exciting.
put a ring on my finger.
Oh
Yep.
my gosh.
He's my partner domestically. Yes.
So how did the domestication proposal go?
The first one?
Yeah, we had to resize it, so he had to do it twice.
Oh, okay. Well, what happened the first time? The first time's more innocent.
I know. Give
What was your-
re-speech it.
Shit.
Re-speech it like Haley wasn't here. Like I don't
Oh,
want to hear it
man.
again.
Did
Go
you
ahead.
get on one knee?
Go ahead.
I mean, no. Unfortunately, I was actually driving, so I couldn't really. I couldn't really do
We
it.
literally just picked it up in the mail.
Yeah, so it came in the Amazon. Shout out.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, so picked it up in the mail from my dad's place because that's where I shipped it to. And on our way back to, was it your mom's place? I think, yeah, that's when I was proposing to, whatever place, right? And I looked in your eyes for like a second, or, or like half a second because obviously I had to keep looking at the road.
Uh-huh.
And I took it out and I opened, obviously I'm speaking, I open it and there's a baggie. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, let's take it out the fucking bag. So I'm like, great, this made it fucking.
He like opened it like how a ring usually opens,
Yeah.
and then the ring was in
In a
a
in a
bag,
bag.
yeah.
And I'm like, bro. I'm like, okay. But no, I was just saying, like, this is a kind of a commitment to us and commitment to you. And I just cherish and I want to be with you my entire life, and it's got more cheesier. And obviously, it's just, I really kind of spoke more from my heart at the time,
Yeah.
So I kind of just let everything pour out.
Mm-hmm.
And then we go to put the ring on. It fits, but it also doesn't fit
It was,
because
like, way
it
too
was
tight.
too
No.
small.
Too salty. Your fingers were too salty.
Too salty, yeah, too
We're
salty.
not engaged. You said proposal.
Is it
Kind
not a
of.
proposal
It's a proposal of an
for
idea.
domestic partnership?
Exactly.
Whatever.
I agree.
Right?
Yes,
Is
I
it not?
agree.
I don't know. Anyway, and then the second time it was quick and easy, but I forgot the baggie again. So as soon as I
Yeah.
opened it, it was another bag, and I was like, "All right, for the second time."
Yeah, he was just like, "Oh shit." Anyways, I love you. Here you go.
It's like, you're my domestic partner now.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
I love it. I love you guys together.
The proposal better be better than that.
Yes.
And you have to rearrange or arrange with Kaylee so she could be hiding in the bushes with the camera.
Yes, that is the one request.
Oh, okay.
It
All right,
always
it's a
has
requirement.
been.
Mm-hmm.
It always has
Oh,
been.
it is in the fine print.
Yeah, she's
Okay.
my maid of honor, so she needs to be there for the proposal and she needs to get it on video.
Mm-hmm.
So like punked,
Yeah, kind of punked energy.
like punked
Yeah.
energy,
Yeah.
like
Hide in the bushes.
hide in the bushes.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, dang.
And if you propose to me, I'm going to be looking around like, where is she? And if she's not there, I'm going to say no.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, I'm like, look up in the sky.
And she's on an airplane or
I'm
something.
I'm on a drone. I'm like,
skydiving.
yeah.
Like, damn.
Anyways, anything
shit
else you
happen.
guys want to say?
Mm,
We missed you, Kelly.
I know I miss you guys too. Now that you live close to my work, it'll be easy to.
We'll
Come
plan
over
our
and hang
lunches or
out.
something too.
Yeah, for sure.
That'd be cute.
Well, this weekend maybe we'll see you guys. You and Ricky.
Yes. Cinco de Mayo.
5 de Mayo, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Five of
Shout out my
Mayos.
people. You guys know what Cinco de Mayo stands for?
It's like the Mexican Independence Day.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Don't you guys
4th of
celebrate
July.
Mother's Day on a different day too?
Yeah, technically.
God, why you guys have to be just different?
What's weird is that my dad, they were telling me like it wasn't actually the true Independence Day or something, but they just marked a day.
Oh my gosh, we've already been talking for an hour.
Over an hour. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Anything else you want to add? While we're here, this is the last episode of this season.
I don't know. I guess I kind of just want to say thanks for following us on social media. Request us to your friends so we can get more followers. But also, yeah, I just want to say like life has been really. I'm really happy. I think for the first time in a very, very long time, where I feel like I can just be myself and I can be my own person and I can just live my life and be my weirdo and just be happy and in love and enjoy life, you know. So
I feel like the three of us right now, we're in a pretty happy place in life.
I think so too.
And seeing us go through hell and all the misery and finally seeing all of us like in a good place, like it's rewarding.
Just another thing about like me and you's friendship. It's so funny to me. Like me and you always go through the same phases in life, whether we mean to or not. Like we were both in really toxic, like bad relationships, and then now we're both really in really good relationships.
Yeah.
We both changed our hair at the same time. Like everything, we always go through the same. Like we're always like, need to change this, and then it's like literally the exact same change.
We've changed it to where we've had the same hair before, and we were like, what the fuck?
Yeah, we were like, what's going on? And we hadn't seen each other for a long time.
And it wasn't planned or anything. Or we'll once in a while see each other at a club, and we're like, why are we dressed the same?
Literally. I don't think I saw Katie for like, I think it was like a month or so, and we met up, and we're both wearing like black and white, and both wearing skirts.
Yep.
And like literally completely like same vibes, just different colors. But
it was so funny.
That's our friendship. We're always on the same brain cell.
Yeah, and
functioning
we were
in different
both
spots.
like thinking about moving out of state at the same time.
Yeah.
But it's like the fact that we've thought about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One's doable, one's not. But you know, that's life.
Yeah. But hey, you don't know in the future you could move. You never know.
Yep, there's still possibilities. You know, when I become a billionaire from gambling.
Oh my god. And then I could
By
be
the
a
way-
stay-at-home mom.
Yeah, and by the way, I've found a new love. You know, gambling.
Oh, here we go.
So I'm really into poker now. I'm just now starting to understand poker. Yesterday night, around 3 in the morning, I was watching
He's
poker
like, "Fuck,
videos,
no, I
how
finally
to,
get it."
yeah, the how-to poker video. Because I was watching like maybe an episode, and I was like, I don't know what the fuck is going on, you know, just like a regular poker match. And so I was like, you know what? It's time. It's time I learn poker. And then I looked up a how-to, just one video.
Yeah.
And now I'm an expert.
Whatever.
I'm
not
a true
doing this.
high stakes gambler.
Nope.
So
Oh God, no!
if you want to go
Don't
ahead
do
and
high
just
stakes gambling.
like at least $20,000,
Shut up. We don't even
my
got that
I
much.
want to double it down. I want to put it all in every single card. So if anyone wants to gamble with me,
No.
please.
Okay, I
Come
think
to my
that
house.
wraps up
It's
this episode.
808.
Ignore him. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us
Season
this
3.
season. Yep.